For some, it's a word that strikes quite a bit of fear: colonoscopy. The month of March is National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and the American Cancer Society recommends people begin their screenings at age 45, yet less than half of those eligible have actually been screened. Joining us today to discuss the importance of these screenings as well as overcoming the fears of the procedure are Dr. Kelly Tyler, Chief of Colorectal Surgery, and Keith O'Connor from Baystate Medical Center. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Good morning.
We, of course, understand, Doctor, why you're on the show, but Keith, you yourself had this procedure recently, and you kind of pushed it back for quite some time.
I did. You know, here I am at Baystate, working in the public relations office, sending out news releases telling people they should have this procedure when I haven't had it.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Exactly. And so I was 15, I just turned 65, so I was 15 years overdue. 20 if you take the new American Cancer Society guidelines. So for me, it wasn't the fear of the procedure itself. It was the fear that Dr. Tyler might find something, find a cancer there. And that's what kept me for 15 years from not having it. I couldn't get over that fear.
Why do you think that people are so afraid of this fear, Doctor?
I think people are afraid of what they perceive to be the invasiveness of the colonoscopy, but we have great sedation medications to help with that. Some people are afraid of the preparation that needs to be done beforehand, and much like Keith, some people are just afraid that something's going to be found. And what will happen in my life, what will happen to my family if something is found.
Talk about the importance of actually getting these screenings done and why age 45 now is so important.
Sure. Well, a lot of recent data has shown that people who are younger and younger are developing colon and rectal cancer. So the rates of colon and rectal cancer in people under 50 is on the rise. And 50 was sort of our age of you should start your screening. Some we recommended earlier if they had a family history or some genetic issues that required earlier screening. And what we want to do, we already know from pushing screening in those who will have it that we've reduced A, the rate of colon cancers that are found, and B, the stage. So that's really important for people to know. First, if we find polyps, we're going to snip them out, or even if surgery is needed, they are not a cancer, so they do not become life-threatening. Second, if we do find a colon or rectal cancer, the hope is that we find it at an earlier stage, and when a colorectal cancer is in an early stage, it is curable. So there's a fear, but there is a lot of hope. I tell my patients always there is so much hope. So, you know, finding out, getting treated is the way to go with this.
Yeah, I had 3 polyps, and so I'm thankful now that I had this procedure because if I waited another 5 years or 10 years, who knows, they might have turned into cancer.
I see.
So I'm here to tell everyone that there's nothing to it. A weight has been lifted off my shoulders from 15 years of worrying. If I have a little stomach pain, oh, do I have something wrong? And I feel so much better, even though there was nothing wrong with me.
Well, that's great news. Good advice.
And it's because of Dr. Tyler that I actually had had the procedure because I had to visit her for a problem that I was having. And she said, I see that you haven't had a colonoscopy. I go, oh, really?
So we need to check that out. All right, so make sure we go to the doctor, get this procedure done. Give the advice.
And spread the word. You know, I think that with other cancers like breast cancer, there's so much out in the public, the media. And with colorectal cancer, again, because we consider it invasive or private, we actually aren't pushing that word out as much, and 1 in 23 to 25 people will get colorectal cancer in their lifetime, both men and women. So it is common, and it is becoming more common. So we really need to work on spreading the word. It's certainly one of my missions in life, and you know, I tell all my patients, tell your family, tell your friends, get the word out, and this is a great time of year to do that.
So as I've been saying, it's all behind me now.
Yes. now you can finally say that. All right. Thank you both so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
Thanks.